It's been a minute, but the good old-fashioned American propaganda machine is so back. Yesterday, Israel bombed Iran out of nowhere, and the way that they justified this attack was by calling it a preemptive strike. Now, the entire international community literally giggles at the words preemptive strike because it is not something that is legal in international law. Why is preemptive strikes not a thing that's taken seriously? Because it's a logic that is completely prone to lies and bullshit. The logic is, hey, you might do something to me, so before you do something to me, I am going to attack you first, preemptively. Now, I said the American propaganda machine, but I'm here talking about Israel. So there's two reasons why this is American propaganda. Number one, where did Israel get the idea to do a preemptive strike? Well, none other than the United States of America, George Bush's illegal invasion of Iraq in 2003, justified on the premise that Iraq might have weapons of mass destruction, so they needed to preemptively attack them. Back to what I said about preemptive strikes being illegal in international law, that's because they are so capable of being based on bullshit and lies. What do we now know about Saddam Hussein's weapons of mass destruction? Oh yeah, that was a literal lie. A lie used to enable the United States to get what they wanted in the Middle East. Well, this is gonna sound all too familiar when you look at my favorite chart in the entire world. This is every single time in the last 30 years that Israel has claimed that Iran is about to develop a nuclear weapon at any second and therefore they need to attack them. Except this time they actually did attack them on the basis that Iran might have nuclear weapons. Which leads me to American propaganda point number two, which is absolutely critical for you to understand, particularly in the coming weeks. And that is the fact that there is nothing that Israel does without the US's enablement, approval, and help. Canada could never be America's 51st state because Israel already is. Trump knows that it's deeply unpopular for him to start yet another war in the Middle East that nobody wants, so he's pretending like he has nothing to do with this. But that is a big fat lie, because not only does America provide diplomatic and public relations cover to Israel to do these attacks, they also provide them with intelligence and logistical support to actually carry out these strikes, which they would not be able to do on their own because they don't have that level of military capability. Neither the United States nor Israel want a stable Iran with no nuclear weapons that they have a good relationship with. They don't want that. They want full out regime change to change the government to one that does not antagonize them and one that works for their interests in the region, just like they did with every single other Middle Eastern country. That's something I'm gonna have to explain in a separate video, but for now, just pay attention to how words are used and facts are distorted to shape and control your opinion on the things going on. That is the propaganda. That is the attempt to manufacture your consent into entering another war that ultimately is useless and does nothing for you.